Mr. Avila, I have a question for you, sir. So right now, and I've been to the border as well. One thing that I noticed was that it's kind of like when you give a kid a napkin, you know, like, you know, I love you or whatever, something like that. They lose the napkins or stuff like that. So I saw tattoos on minors' arms. Now there's two forms of numbers. One was the number you call when you get here. The other was for them to call the contact back in Mexico, and then an insignia most of the time was to a cartel. So when we're talking about, again, border security, or, you know, making sure that we're doing that, you got to understand, and please elaborate to the crowd, because I know you have more knowledge than I do on this. It's not about us keeping people out, but it's also about protecting other people from being exploited. They're tattooed on kids, like 5 years old, front, side, insignia. So can you elaborate more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Because the cartels have, they evolved, right? The cartels were drug trafficking organizations, which no longer is just the case. They saw the money involved in human trafficking and human smuggling. They completely took over. And when they take over, they act accordingly to how the cartels operate, which is with violence, intimidation, coercion, everything else that, you know, that the cartels are known for. And the cartels don't care. It's a commodity. It's like this chair that I'm sitting on. That's what they see, that child. All they want is the money to be paid for that child to be carried across. Yes, they'll put identifiers on there. That, I think, the cartels are doing as a favor to whoever they want to get over there. That they're being courteous because they want to. They really don't have to do that. They put the number on there because the family member from the U.S. says, sometimes the family member is not even in the U.S. The family member might be, the parent might be in Guatemala or Honduras, and it says, yeah, send my child first. So there's a lot of issues going on with that type of trafficking. And here's another thing. Most of the people, the kids that are coming across, are voluntarily being brought over by their parents. Yeah. The parents are giving them up. And I'll give you an example. We took down a case in El Paso, Texas, but this is how long this has been going on for a long time. It's just that now we're seeing the sheer numbers, right? We take down a human smuggling organization. It's a Motel 6. We hit the motel. We had been following the smuggler. We arrest the smuggler. He has like 15 illegal aliens with him, all adults in a hotel. We bring them over. Border Patrol is helping us process them and do all that. Other agents are interviewing the smuggler. I hear one of the illegal aliens, an adult female, screaming about her daughter. Where's my daughter? In Spanish, saying, where's my daughter? Where's my daughter? I go up to her and says, what are you talking about? There was no kids in the hotel. And she says, no, I gave him my daughter. I said, okay. So then I go and get the agents out. I said, we need to go press this guy a little bit more. And we do. We get him to give us the information of where he placed this child, and gives us an address, what we call a stash house in El Paso. We suit up, we go hit it, and discover 18 children in the house, including her 18-month-old daughter. This is the reality that and I'm just giving you an example of a case that I did. This was 15 years ago, but it happens now in the thousands. And so when we hit that house, there was 4 adults, none of them were next of kin of the children. All of a sudden we have 8 agents with us, and we're overwhelmed with 18 kids. Now think of everything you need for a child. There were ages from 18 months to about 10, 11, 12 years old. We don't know where the parents are. We don't know, we have no idea. Now we have to get fans, now we have to get car seats, now we have to get diapers, now we have to get food, now we have to get... So now think of that multiplied times 25,000. And that's the crisis that we have at the border. And so that's the way I try to put it to you. And this is one that was not detected. Let's keep in mind the ones that are still coming in undetected. It wasn't
detected, yeah, you're right. It wasn't detected.
It wasn't detected. These had been smuggled and had made it to that stash house. And that's what these smugglers do. The cartels now say, well, we're gonna put you this way, you're gonna go this way, and we're gonna send you this other way, because that's the way we do it. And the other thing that they told me down at the border was, they used to, when this whole thing started under the Biden administration, the cartels themselves were sending everyone together, family units, the 24-year-olds, 25-year-olds. You don't see that anymore. The cartels themselves, believe it or not, are vetting the bad guys on the Mexican side. They're saying, well, wait a minute, you're a MS-13 gang member, or you're a criminal, or you're one of us, a cartel member. You're no longer going with the family units. We're gonna smuggle you separately because we don't want to alert Border Patrol that you are coming with them. You're gonna come in separately, and they are, by the thousands, what we call the gotaways. Border Patrol refers to them as gotaways. How many? We don't know because we don't count those. How many of those are making it into our communities all throughout the United States?